2, 1, go. Welcome to the first episode. It's finally here.
Touch HD.
Sorry, I'm excited. We're finally doing our first episode.
Halalala. Yeah. And you're back. I'm Tebogo Kotsi.
I'm Laila Nnyane.
And we told you that we're gonna come to you live,
fresh,
rugged,
unfiltered, raw,
unscripted,
completely unscripted.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So whenever just don't forget, when we come in, we smooth.
Yes.
We know too much. We've got too many stories to tell, and that's us.
We're here to tell you stories about our experiences.
Yeah.
Our 15-year friendship, all the things that we've gone through, all the situations we've been in. We are basically just here to talk about things that some of you are actually afraid to actually talk about sometimes. And it could be from relationships to family, to work, to society. It's a range of topics. We're not limited to anything. It's just all unsaid conversations. The most important thing, this podcast is not about exposing people. Please, it's very, very important. We are not here to expose people. We respect people's privacy and we respect people's decisions about their lives, because at the end of the day, it is your life. Live it the way you want to live it, not according to anybody else. So when we tell and unfold these stories, yes, we might touch on you here and there. It might affect you here and there, but we are not exposing you. We are just referencing something that you told us about, because my best friend over here and myself, we get a lot of people that come up to us and they tell us their stories, what happened to them, the things that they go through. They even inbox us. I know you have a collection of inboxes of people sending you their problems. Yeah, I also get the same. And this has been happening to us throughout our entire friendship. Yeah. So we're going to be talking and touching on a multitude of topics. Hey, yesterday, a girl took my phone and put in her number. I was like, what is happening? I was like, I'm like, huh? I'm like, I'm a pili.
Yeah, but Lala, remember how people would actually, after they see you, then they will call me aside and say, is that Laila? Yes. Is she one of us? No. And and then the day you decided to become one of them, now Batlavantuan had to say, we told you, for she's one of us. All of a sudden now, Lala. So you bound to bump into girls that are going to take your number, or they're going to put their numbers in your phone, and she's expecting your call.
Okay, that's also another topic we're also going to have.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Unsaid, complicated love life of Laila. But that's another episode for us. And relax.
That episode, everybody's going to go like, huh? Little Kreya, the sound of the TikTok.
But that's another episode for us. Today, we're going to touch on current news, and then we're going to tap into our topic. Today's topic for our first episode, we're going to be touching on sexual fantasies that you would never, ever tell your partner, your husband, your wife, that person that you think might give you that great satisfaction that you need. Because let's be realistic, we all have interesting, sexy, scary, dark, spicy, wild fantasies that most of us are actually very ashamed to actually share with our partner.
I hope like that free channel that aired a couple of 1996, the one that before we became pay channel. The one in Kenya, those sexual TV midnight, you'll be sitting there
and waiting,
and then that lady would come advert. Have you ever experienced your sexual lang-a-lang?
Can I tell you what happened to me? When I was a kid, I was watching a movie. I remember I remember that movie. It had Pamela Anderson in it. I remember Pamela Anderson, Baywatch Babe, blonde.
I'm trying to think of the movie.
Okay, in the movie, right, there's a scene where the guy will come away against the wall and starts, sexifying
the one that
her.
shows the nipples.
Shaba, that's not my problem. I'm going to tell you my problem. So I'm watching the movie in my grandmother's sitting room, right? And while I'm watching the movie, everyone in the sitting room is passed out. I think it was like after midnight, 1 a.m., right? And how everybody is everybody's passed out, but I'm still awake, right? So as I'm watching, and then the sex scene starts. Just as the sex scene starts, I'm like, yay, I'm gonna watch this alone. Nobody's seeing this. I'm watching it. Sex scene starts, girl. I'm like, yo, Sheba. Right in the middle of the sex scene, guess what happened to me? My grandmother woke up.
Lala.
My grandmother woke up. Sheba.
But now imagine how many people by during the sex scene.
Exactly. And then my grandmother, and she looks at everybody because that's the first thing she sees on the TV. That is the sex scene and their kids here. Because we were all kids.
Pamela Anderson had hot. We didn't know you could put in plastic for you to look like that.
Yeah.
We all thought it's natural. But when you look at other people in reality, like, but why is she going south?
She's going this way.
You understand?
And now we know.
Yeah, but
but anyway, that's our topic. But just before we get into it, let's touch on current affairs. We woke up to some very sad news today. Very, very sad news today.
The province, the country is crying.
Yeah, no, we are in pain.
We are all in pain.
We are in shock. This morning at about 1 a.m., the late MEC, Tate Makgoe, got into a car accident with his 2 bodyguards. One bodyguard passed away. The other one is still fighting for his life.
The driver,
in hospital. So the protector that passed away is Office Warrant MD. So may their soul rest in peace.
You know what said? I was having a discussion with a couple of the guys from the media sector, and we were talking about issue hore. You find cows more N1 in the middle of the night.
Yep.
And these cows are supposed to be in a kraal somewhere. But now, how are you going to identify who this cow belongs to Tebogo?
Yep.
You understand?
Yep.
And at night, obviously, people, they drive.
Yeah.
That cow just, you can see by the impact of the car, it just appeared.
Yep.
Just like that.
You know that it once happened to me and my aunt when we were driving. She stopped right in front of a horse. And we didn't even see it. Because it has the same impact as well.
That's why Kotsi Mangope na wala di donkey.
Because
he did not cause the accident.
Literally.
He literally was like, kill all the donkeys because of the accident.
Oh, the poor donkeys.
Mare, look what di batla mo tseleng. No.
Poor donkeys.
No, but now, like, on a serious note, yes, another thing that I don't condemn, and we need to be very vocal about this. And the saddest thing is that the MEC passed away.
Yeah.
High speed.
Yep.
On our roads.
You can imagine the speed they were driving.
You can see. Lala, we are both drivers.
Yo.
You can see how that car wasn't
flying.
And on a serious note, most accidents that have happened, even past ministers, celebrities that have always been involved in car accident, it's where the speed, people are very quiet about it. And it's something that we need to be vocal.
Talk about, exactly.
We need to start obeying. I'm obeying lately.
Congratulations, it took you long enough.
It took me long. The other day I was driving to Joburg. I was shocked. I was driving at 140.
Wow.
Like for real.
How
like
we grow.
And I made it on time. You know, you plan your time hand.
And you get
I was on 12. I'll be like, boom.
2 hours.
2 hours. You know, gone are those days.
Yeah,
right now, it's all about situations. How we know you guys got blue lights as ministers, as mayors, as all, but we need to lead by example, irrespective. We just lost one of our MECs. We lost the deputy. I mean, like, look at the province. The first accident that happened was Comrade Tebogo back then.
Yeah.
Pothole, high speed.
Yes.
And then followed by MEC Fantasies for health.
Yeah, I remember.
Wet driving, N1. No, N1.
Wasn't it?
N1 by the off ramp, after the off ramp and Respitorus.
MEC for the N80, I remember, but go on.
Fantasies, they lost control, the one that burned in the car.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and then there was Deputy Mayor Connie Rampai.
She was also
driving from Joburg, N1, fatigue, passed out, drove into a truck. Now we've got MEC Tate.
Yeah, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to take things fatigue, stress, high speed, bad combination, alcohol.
Horrible.
I'm not saying, but bad combination. Yeah. Let's all be responsible and start driving. N8 has claimed so many people.
Ooh, N80
so celebrities, social media celebrities, local DJs, let's all be responsible and let's all drive. And we also saw one of our media gurus,
Mark Pilgrim
Yeah, ne.
passed away this morning. He had a stage 4 lung cancer.
That's
And
scary.
it's very scary. And he got diagnosed stage 4 lung cancer last year, March 2022. And he started chronicling his journey about fighting it and battling it. He started even a YouTube channel to actually show. But his fight came to an end. He passed away this morning in the arms of his fiancée at his home. May his beautiful soul rest in peace.
I was watching that whole documentary. I was actually following him. That's scary.
Very.
I saw how he lost weight, how he kept on deteriorating. At some point, he was okay.
And then at some point,
Guys,
remission.
Start taking care of yourself.
Please.
Start eating healthy.
It's very important. Another episode we're going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking care of your body. It's the most important thing on this planet because it's your number one prize. It's the way
And
you
your
start.
president?
Ish.
With a flu?
No, a sneeze.
A
Sorry.
sneeze?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, kumnati South Africa.
We're supposed to have a reshuffle, so we're waiting for our president. Who do you think is going to shuffle in? What are your guesses? What are your predictions?
It's predictable. You can see it's
Really?
Paul Mashatile.
Okay, give me 2 predictions then.
Paul Mashatile. There's no any other deputy president. Paul Mashatile is bound to become the deputy president. Comrade Fikile Mbalula is going to leave and focus on Lutuli House. Yeah, he's going to leave as the Nto.
Okay.
As the Minister of Transport. But who's going to be the minister? But that guy, former Premier KZN, I see him as the Minister of Transport. The short guy.
Why?
He's very vocal.
Okay. So we need a vocal Minister for Transport.
No, but we still need a rugged and raw minister.
Yeah.
And that one, go lo natlapa motho ka di floods. Yeah, no natlapa motho. Ufuna nila. Uyajonja. No, not ka di floods, ka di ntho man.
The riots.
Ka di riots. I remember that clip. Bo pele ga di came. Now tlo tlapa batho ba
When they were,
utlwa di cable.
again, when they were, what are they doing? Were they looting? Or
They were
something?
looting.
Yeah, the different stores and stuff like
When
that.
people got the couch tse turang tsa bo 34,000 te
Yeah,
maradula ka RDP.
Mukuku.
Lord have mercy, Father, help us all. Why ntsa re tshakele gore nka be re le tsitse tsona ga di tsaya. But
Anyway, so President, we're expecting a reshuffle very soon.
oh yeah, Free State too.
In the Free State as well, yes, because we have a new premier. The new premier read his first State of the Province address this past Tuesday, and I was inspired. I loved the speech, and I'm very hopeful for our province, and I'm hoping he's going to implement each and every single thing he promised in that SOPA. Your take?
You have my honest opinion.
Please, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, we always have listened to stories. Not to say I don't have confidence in him. But in most cases, most leaders have come through. You guys have came through. You made promises, and 4 years down the line,
our battered, abusive relationship with our
Yeah.
leaders who come in, give us these promises and high hopes, and then drop us.
if I were to play that, I recorded a meme last night.
That's a meme. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the meme?
For if 2 years down the line, if you are lying to us as politicians, I'm gonna get that artist.
Which
The
artist?
one who was singing on stage yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Remedy the God.
You'll see.
What an
I'm gonna
act.
dedicate the song. Yeah,
What an
Remedy the
act.
God.
Yeah, we'll give them that energy. They need that energy.
Yeah, but anyway, on a serious note, he spoke a lot about youth development. He needs
Yeah.
to focus on repositioning the province
Yep.
and rebuilding. He's talking more confidence, bringing confidence
Unity and rebuilding.
and unity and
Yeah.
all that. And it's something that we all need.
Yep.
We don't want to hear. We don't want talk shop.
We want
We
action.
want action.
We want do. Please
No.
do.
And I mean, like with the previous premier, we saw that she wanted action, but the administration killed her.
Yep.
You know, I'm hoping that the new premier will look into the administration in that.
Please.
You know, you spoke
Strong
about
people.
administration. Certain people are earning certain salaries, but they are living a very
And some
expensive
people
life.
are enemies of progress.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's the one thing that's
Yep.
killing this process,
Yes.
province.
Yeah.
So we need to look into that. You need to fix that, and if you can do that, Mr. Whitehead, about like 100 days down the line, we need to see a difference.
I know now I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my faith in him. I'm gonna cross fingers. I'm gonna support him. I'm very hopeful that he will bring change. Let's give him a chance and let's see.
I'm gonna give him a chance,
Yeah.
ne? Like we gave everybody a chance.
Absolutely.
Because now another issue that was raised, he had past differences the previous
Yes.
premier, which is Ace.
Yes.
And we want to see the difference because AC, we knew one thing. as much as we can all say whatever we say, but there was action that was taken.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Absolutely.
And people were saying the previous time now with Memantombelo who was there was less action in administration, all those politics. So
It's a
this
lot of
time
things, yeah.
he's saying he's looking into changing the whole entire mechanics of which we
is
believe
needed.
that the previous premier should have done.
Yes.
But let's see what this one is going to do.
All right, Whitehead.
I wonder what's his.
Can we go to our topic now?
Yeah, I was
We've
about
touched on current affairs enough. This show is not about current affairs. We're just touching on that. Today's topic, we're talking about sexual fantasies you would never ever tell your partner. And funny enough, we were talking about the president earlier, right? I had this story. A colleague of mine, was it last week or the week before? Ne? I don't know what happened, but we were in the office, and then she whispered to me, "She's like, ooh, that man."
Can we give these people names, not so that we personify them?
Personify them. That's why I'm saying a colleague of mine. Oh, okay. So I'm not.
If I say colleague, we're gonna start surfing and we're gonna start saying, man.
I'm not telling her story. I'm just telling a snippet. But when I tell a full story, I'll come up with character names.
Cool.
No, this one was referencing how sexy the president's nose is.
You get what I mean?
You get what I mean? That's
You know how people have.
They find the president's nose sexy. I was like, yeah.
It's like a 2000 Reloaded looking at Santa Claus. The black version of Santa Claus.
And then this is an older woman who's in the same age range as the president.
So clearly she's got her own.
No. I love that lady. She's very vocal. She's very open about herself, about her fantasy. That's one of the things I love about her.
So when she sees the nose, what happens?
She says she just imagine herself, smashing up and like, yeah, guys.
Wait, I want to know. Smashing? No.
Like kissing.
By the way, this is under 18 plus. So
Yeah, over.
Over 18 plus. So
Yes.
I always get it wrong.
Kissing, like, you know how when you're kissing someone, the nose is here? She's already imagined her lips
I think
pressed against.
she's one of those people who, when they are in their sexual moment, they would actually put their tongue in your ear.
Yes. She's that freaky. That's what I love about her. You know what I love about her? She's
Have you
very
seen the color ya wax?
wax.
That's it.
Ew. Ugh. But she would.
Now imagine the snot.
She would. Dude, there are people that would go in your nose, your ear, every part of you. They would lick you dry.
I know, I wouldn't mind some parts.
Yeah? No, there are people that will lick you from toe to head because it's a thing that they love. It's what turns them on. It's what excites them. You know, the licking specialist.
What turns you on?
I say, why are we going to
We're talking sexual fantasy.
Can we have our guests, introduce our guests?
Rena le Mr. X and Rena le Mrs. X and Rena le Fly Lady in the house. They're going to be touching base on, they're going to be helping us in terms of going into details. They're going to be sharing some of the stories that they know. I know Mrs. X is a bit Christianity. There's a bit of I mean, Mr. X, just he's unfiltered. He's done it all. I could
Sheba,
see.
how would you want to shake?
He even went to rehab. The fly lady, and she was telling us a story. She's gonna share.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, she has seen a couple of. She's got stories to tell. She has stories to tell. I have stories to tell.
I don't want to tell any of my stories. Mine, I'm still working.
I have your story to tell. Remember that night you dropped me off and you didn't tell me you're going home?
Wait, there's so many of those. Please.
Because you had a fantasy of closing somebody's shop.
Oh!
Somebody who had a certain color
Right. Why are you gonna bring up old things? Relax.
And then you instead of you saying, and I could see that day, man, you are in a hurry for some odd reason. You decide, no, I'm dropping you off today. I'm dropping you off. Sharp. Then you went and you dropped me off. Can't you are disappearing? Until somebody's living your fantasy. So yeah, no, ladies and gentlemen, like we say, we're gonna be telling those stories, and it's our topic, your sexual fantasies. I know I have multiple sexual fantasies.
Give me one.
And I've lived some of my sexual
Give
fantasies.
me one you haven't lived.
One that I haven't lived.
Because I think we have a bucket list. Don't forget, this topic, it's also about your bucket list. We might also give you ideas of things to do.
Funny enough, I haven't done the cinema.
Hectic.
Done malls, cars,
Have you done the
bushes.
Have you joined the high mile club yet? Not yet.
Like, see you qualify.
Oh God, now you're
But I'm about to qualify. Yo,
I forgot.
Hey, when I saw a video,
What video?
they went on a bunch on a parachute jumping,
Okay.
and it was a couple, and they were doing it in the sky. No,
I
for
wanna
real.
do that.
How do you have sex
Yeah.
while jumping off
Yeah.
a plane?
The orgasm I would have. Yo.
Now, this lady was on top,
Orgasming to your death.
by the way, facing that way. So the guy was, I don't know how they do it. He was, okay, she was strapped on to him. And while he's busy controlling the parachute, she's busy controlling her waist. So now, if you're about to reach that climax, and your watch is telling you 20 feet, 10 feet, and you forget to control your parachute, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
You are dead.
But what happens when you get closer and you guys are orgasming and then you forget to...
That's the thing, you're going to die.
Orgasm while dying. I mean, what is it, dying while orgasm or orgasm?
People have weird fantasies. I know, guys, why should I speak about myself? I know I once had, I had a fantasy of meeting a stranger. This is me before I got seriously involved, people. I was not seriously involved. I was still a 2000. Living my best life. Where you meeting a stranger
Wilding
on
out.
the road. And it happened. You know, I was driving from Joburg, and then on those garages, the famous garages, we get there and we're like, and you see this chick and you're like, she's very nice. And Satomo Shapaka di eye signal still so and I know she's wearing a short dress. And then
Convenient.
And then you're looking at her, she's looking at you, she's tweaking at you, you're tweaking at her, but you don't want to say anything in the shop. Then you leave, you get into the car, you leave. 8 on the N1. Feet. So as she's driving past, I look at her and she looks and she waves. I let her wave back. And I'm like, she's like, what? And I'm like, let me call you. She's like, no, okay, let me give you my numbers. So she called out 0, 7.
Can I call on the N1 driving?
And I'm dialing.
Oh, wow.
And then it rings. And I'm like, hi, strangers. Like, hi. And we flirted on the phone. And I'm like, I believe in we live once, you don't have 9 lives. So how about the next stop where you see me stopped? Where I stop, you must stop
as well.
And we must begin the sermon. And she's like, okay, I can do that. And she's like, you know what? And I'm like, what? She's like, I'm taking off my underwear. Guys, I hope my kids don't watch this. Can we do something about, hey guys, I've got a teenager, he's turning 17 today. So, anyway, but he knows, we talk about sex, me and him. So, you must talk to your kids about sex, guys.
Very important. Like, seriously,
it's
please.
It's very important.
No, please do. Like, seriously, please do.
Shame, now I'm open with them, they know. So we like, so I rush. And I stop. Then the church sermon started, Pastor. We were on Corinthians chapter 4, verses what?
Soul.
I didn't know her name. I don't know. After more we left, we
till today you still don't know her name.
And I don't want to see her.
All right, hallelujah. Was it that bad?
No, it was good? Because it was spur of the moment thing.
Yeah.
It was one of the fantasies that was good.
Nice. You know what I also find? We as humans, we have the superpower, right? If we have these thoughts and imaginations like he does, they actually happen to you. Have you picked that up?
True.
Like if you just allow yourself and open yourself to these things and you want them, they actually happen to you.
But you know what's disturbing? Now that we all have these crazy fantasies, then we meet these people. Then you start talking fantasies, what you want to do to them. They started responding back. But the minute you get into a serious, committed relationship, the conversation then changes.
Why?
That's the problem.
Yeah. Why?
And that's what I've picked up, because part of the research that I've been doing, most of married or committed partners, they are too scared to communicate with their partners about their craziest fantasies.
But you know, another thing that I also picked up, especially when we did this topic and we've been covering it a lot, I also picked up another reason why a lot of us go into relationships and we're very unhappy with these relationships. It's because we have been conditioned to believe that we will find our happiness in someone else. Do you get? True. So when we get into this relationship and we find this other person, and then we try to become what this person needs us to be instead of being what we need for this person. You get what I mean? So you get into the relationship and you're so focused on appeasing this person, on making this person happy, on just doing everything about this person, you forget yourself. Do you get? So at the beginning of the relationship, you're starting the relationship, so it's all about you. Do you get? Then you get into the relationship. Now it's like, okay, I gotta protect this person. I gotta do this. I gotta be perfect for this person. I gotta do everything right. I gotta marry this person. You get? And you end up losing yourself. It's called almost self-abandonment. You end up losing yourself, and you end up lying to yourself in the relationship with the person you're in the relationship with. So that's also another trick why we also end up in long-term relationships and in horrible situations and relationships that we don't want to be in. So that's also another thing we should also pay attention to.
People will focus on missionary the whole entire life.
That's what we are conditioned to think. Remember, sex before marriage, it's only in the bedroom. None of the adventures we're talking about. Let's be realistic. The Bible you reference, where in the Bible does it show you about your sexual fantasies?
Where it says fella atisan lefat. I know that part. You need to grow you need to reproduce.
I get you, but it's not sexual fantasies. That's what
No,
I'm
but
saying.
there was that guy who had multiple women. Solomon.
Yeah, he had
Solomon who couldn't keep his thing to himself. Solomon actually is the father for all fantasies.
So-
that is why you find men wanting to have 10 girlfriends.
Can we have another topic for another time with Solomon and the Bible?
How do you?
Because we'll
But
never
it's difficult,
finish.
guys. It's difficult to have 10 girlfriends. I don't know how you guys do it. No, I don't know.
You juggle
What time?
every hour of every day. Yeah. Can we introduce our guests?
Please, Mrs. X.
Mrs. X, grab the mic over there. Mrs. X, welcome to the show. You got to tell us your deepest, darkest desires that your boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, next door neighbor, your side chick and your side boy would never ever tell. Ever tell. Yeah.
You sure they pray before?
Yeah, do they pray?
I think so.
Mrs. X, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Laila.
Speak up, Mrs. X. Why are you being so shy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now
Hi.
can you speak up?
Okay,
speak up.
okay,
Yes,
yeah.
Don't be shy. Hey, why you
I mean, I'm already shy. The conversation is already...
You are holier
tough.
than thou, but
It's
we
tough.
have to. We have
It's
to.
tough.
Yes.
Have you heard somebody say the holier, the freakier?
The holier, the freakier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Is that you? We have the holier, the freakier. Hey, okay.
They wear nothing under the cloak.
You have nothing under there, do you? Anyway, continue, Mrs. X.
So my
Speak up, Mrs. X.
sexual
Yes.
fantasies.
Yes, you're sexual.
I think I have like 2 up my sleeve now.
Okay.
So I am fantasizing that me and my partner, I want him to lick my butt hole.
Yeah?
Yeah. I want him to lick me all the way
It's got a
from
name.
the back.
Rimming. Yes.
Ow! Halala.
You want to be rimmed.
I mean, yeah.
You are in the last century, eh? Update yourself. Catch up. Anyway.
No, but the people still,
mean,
we
that's
still
not-
scared
I
of
know,
it.
No. I'm saying it got. When did it become famous as a trend? About
Not long
2-3
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 2-3 years ago, it started trending in there.
By the way, I didn't know what was rimming. People kept on talking about rim. And I was thinking they're talking about the rim. Yeah, the car. I didn't know.
No, but hold on. Why? Is it because of curiosity, or is this something you think will give you personal pleasure?
I think it's gonna give me personal pressure. Only because,
Speak up, Miss X. Speak up.
I mean,
Mrs. X is finding it difficult
ooh,
to
this is
speak out of
difficult,
her
guys.
chest.
This
Yes.
is very difficult. You guys have your eyes in me, and I don't know how I'm gonna look at you after.
Making
Hey, you've heard our deepest.
Hey, you've heard our deepest, darkest secrets. Go on.
But I mean, the tongue does things too.
So you
Skin.
want this tongue to not just rim you, but also enter other places as well.
Yeah, I want him to lick me clean, man.
But is it something that you've spoken to him about?
No.
Why?
Because we are waiting for the
No.
to do all the.
Don't you think it's gonna get worse after marriage?
In most cases, this is what I can tell you.
No, it's gonna get worse. I
People-
disagree with you.
Yeah, people who get into marriages, they don't know how to communicate. Once you are in a marriage, it's difficult for them to
Yeah.
communicate about their sexual
Personal
fantasies.
things, yeah.
That's why we're saying, in the beginning,
Be
yeah, you
honest.
touch on there.
Do you know, this is what I was saying, what I was referencing to him earlier. In the beginning, you are yourself. You are
True.
not, this person doesn't affect your
That's
life
true.
in any way.
yeah,
Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
At the beginning, how affect at all, you're not concerned about, but the minute you get into the relationship, they are priority to you. They change you. They become a part of you. And one of your priorities is to never ever hurt them or shame them or even embarrass them. You get? So when you go into that, we block at into marriage, it's also going to bring in the family, the friends, everybody else, and then you get even more closed up.
Laila, this is a fantasy.
It's a fantasy.
Tell them.
But now,
Share
what's
it.
stopping? Wait, let me find out this. Why is it difficult for you to say to him, baby, I want you to go the chocolate way and take me to Dubai?
Because it's disgusting.
Why
can't-
nyonya, eh?
But
Not me. I
Wait,
find,
no,
it, I
wait,
find
no.
it disgusting.
Wait,
but
no, wait, no.
the thought of it is turning me on. Just thinking about it, I'm like,
no, I care about you'll clean up.
yeah, but it's wrong, guys, man.
Why is
I
it
don't know.
wrong? You're contradicting yourself right now. Why
It's
is
a
it wrong?
fantasy.
It's
It's
a
a
fantasy. It
fantasy.
makes you feel good.
It's not
it makes you feel
real.
amazing. No. The fantasy, when you think about it, it makes you feel good. But you're embarrassed and you feel dirty about it. Why?
Yes. It's not real.
Let's
It's
turn
a
it around. Then you meet.
my-
Who's your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush.
Eh.
Dang. My celebrity
Oh, you
crush.
Okay, who would you rim? If you were to have the, would you rim someone? Would you rim someone? I tell you, you have
She
the
wants to
fantasy.
be rimmed. Yeah.
Yes, she has that fantasy of being rimmed. Would you rim someone?
By mistake.
Oh my soul.
By mistake. So basically, you get lost in the moment.
Yeah.
So you haven't gotten lost in the moment with your partner. Just asking.
Yes, Tebogo. I haven't gotten in the moment to get that far.
But don't you think your partner is waiting for you to get lost in the moment? What if he's also fantasizing about?
You rimming him.
There's this position that I saw.
Well,
on
somebody
porn.
has to speak up now.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
That's
why
what
we
I'm
have
saying.
these conversations.
Most couples can't talk about these
That's
things.
the whole point of this.
And you know, the reason why we're bringing this thing up is because you find that couples, they don't talk about it, they don't communicate at all. Then later on, they end up going
builds up,
outside.
yeah, to go
then
get
they
it.
find somebody, a freak outside,
Literally.
who's gonna do what they wanna do. Then they end up living that life outside because they feel when you are holier than thou, you are
Yeah.
in your cloak.
Uthuba le lelapa ka mona.
But let's look at this way, from my perspective. Since I'm waiting until the marriage, I get him as my husband. I get him as my sex slave. I can do whatever I want, right?
Girl, we've been waiting for Jesus. He's never been pitched up.
Yeah. Anyway, continue sex slave. And then what?
Then I get him to do anything I want to me.
Exactly. That's
Question-
your power.
but-
And it's beautiful. Do it. What's wrong with that?
But here's a question:
It's,
How do you?
it's still a fantasy. I haven't thought through.
But
I haven't
but
spoken about it until
sexually, how
today.
do you guys communicate sexually?
We do sexual things, but we don't
So you don't talk about it.
know.
True, you're in trouble.
Okay, I wanna. Can I?
Can you
Mr.
pause, Mr. X?
Mr. X,
Oh.
what's about the mic?
Hi, Kona. Hi, wena utrauma wena yenu. Yeah, wena you're a hectic trauma. Hi, Mr. X.
Good day, guys.
How are you?
Not good.
Not good. Why are you not good today, Mr. X?
It's hot. Ish.
We switched
And you are
off
feeling the
aircon.
sexual tendencies and the sexual tension and the sexual air.
Yeah,
What's
it's very
happening?
How so? Kenya
intense here.
talk about
It's
Pokotonje?
heat. It's so hot in here. The sexuality is just everywhere. Mr. X.
What's your sexual fantasy?
Shoo.
We haven't gotten to the second one. We still gonna come back. What's your sexual fantasy?
Wait. Let's rephrase it. Mr. X, what is your sexual fantasy that you haven't lived out? Because I'm pretty sure he's like you. He's lived out a couple of his fantasies. Which ones have you not lived out yet? You can give us one or two.
Shoo. Am I not young for this?
Yentate kwena opalameng o thobane kha.
You're like killing me. Okay.
You guys started 14.
Emma Pete, what do you mean? Are you not too young for this? How many people have you slept with?
got Brenda,
Exactly.
Letitia.
I rest my case. You want to rephrase that?
Yo,
Exactly.
No, but you must remember there's a difference between sleeping with a person and having a
No.
fantasy.
I get that. But he has experience. My
Baba,
point is that
Baba,
he has experience.
But they chase body count.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about you for the...
No.
Oh, man.
Nako eo.
Oh, man.
Wa kila wa bona?
Yeah,
Mo shape ka savana fastera. Tla 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 tla.
okay,
still
my
waiting for the
sexual
fantasy.
fantasies. Things that I haven't done, right?
Yes. You can even mention one
That I've done.
that you haven't... Oh, that you've done. Yes. Let's hear.
Okay, I've done them all. I've done bushes. I've done.
Bushes are always number 2 on the list.
Oh, you're like killing me.
Bonnet ride.
One I wish to do is like on a plane.
High mile.
Nka tlhatsa. Oh.
He's afraid of like plane. I think I also want to join the high mile club. I think I'm also going to do that. But nowadays, these flight attendants are very vigilant. They watch you when you go to the spot who you. But yeah, okay. Another one?
Okay, I've done it school.
Wait.
Adventure
School.
School, yes. He said school, as in high school, right?
Yeah, high school.
Yeah.
What time?
After school, when everybody has left, we stay behind.
Or not during class?
No.
Okay.
Remember there was a couple in when we were still in high school before we left.
What happened?
I wish I could say their name. There's two. The other one stayed in Figat Park. The other one stayed in Bloemfontein.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about. You'll know if you went to Brebna. You'll know, but don't reveal the name. Poppy Act. So one day after school, they did what Mr. X did. Mopel had that computer room. Remember
I see
the computer lab?
room, yes.
So they hid behind,
The bushes there.
and then the late Sesotho teacher, Mrs. Mapul, caught them.
I think I remember that.
You remember that? It was all over
Vaguely.
the school.
Yes, I think I remember the story.
Yo, Brebna. My Brebnerian. Yo.
I remember at one time, even at a radio station, they caught 2 presenters butt naked in studio, getting it on. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I forget, another story. Our biology teacher,
Mm-hmm.
one day,
Mm.
we in class.
Mm.
She's the one who made me quit biology, by the way. So the intercom goes on. Yeah, this is the funniest thing that happened. Ding, ding. Then Mr. Taylor speaks. Yada, 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 yada. So I don't know what she was thinking. For a minute, she went and she grabbed her boobs. Ne?
Yeah?
Listen, my classmates from biology they can recall this because she chased me out of a class. She grabbed her boobs. She went, and then she went for her nipples. She was like, ah! And
The whole class is watching.
the whole class is watching. Tebogo, being Tebogo. Mrs. Ha! That's my reaction. And no! Yo, yeah, my classmate, you recall the
Please
story.
leave her alone. She needed the relief.
So right now you went to high school and did things.
Yeah, my high school was very
Wild.
wild.
What would be the wildest thing you would want to happen to you at this particular moment in your life? Like,
Yeah, what's
should
the
you leave
wildest?
now?
Yeah.
Wa bona re mo premier hotel and go go to room ke.
Rumuki, what's the wildest thing you would do?
A billionaire sugar mommy.
Yeah?
Billionaire sugar mommy. Come on, roba di khopo le di kidneys. Mrs. X, you wanted to say something before I bring in the flyover. You had your hand up there. Like,
No, I was just saying keep preparing. I'm a preparing.
oh, you are a Brebnerian.
Yeah.
So you are one of us.
Yeah.
One of you.
Oh,
So-
the Brebnerian way.
Mrs. Fly, can you go to the chair? When I have a chat? I know Mrs. Fly went to a different school. The one that they don't sleep. I wonder that school. The one where you had that crush.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Your longest crush? The school that you went to?
Okay, sharp. I think I get you.
Yeah, that
Yes.
school. Yeah.
Okay, sharp.
Don't want to mention the name. We might get sued.
Hint, hint, Christian lady school.
Oh, Nana, she can't hide her voice.
Hi, Fly Girl.
Hey, people.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yo! One, ne? Give us a sexual fantasy you haven't lived.
Transgender female.
Askis?
Transgender female.
I'm
Give
sorry,
me
say
that
that louder.
dick in them titties.
No. Go into detail. You have a fantasy with a transgender.
Yes, with a big fat dick.
Wait,
Nice
what?
Perky titties. Oh,
What?
that is my dream.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. What brought on this fantasy? And how did it mushroom? What were you
Lala.
watching? What was happening? No, I'm very curious. Like,
She wants a Sagittarian. Half man, half horse.
what, like, and,
Yes, horse.
like,
In this case, half woman, half horse.
Okay, so what? My word. Okay, can I ask what brought on this fantasy? Was it something you were watching, or was it something that you saw a friend do, or somebody, or did you go to Brazil, or what did I miss?
I wish.
What
Why
brought
Brazil?
on this fantasy?
Because that's
So,
where they are at.
What brought on this
Okay.
fantasy?
Honestly, growing up, I always thought I was attracted to females. But then when it came down to like eating cooch and touching the vagina, I was just never really about it. Kissing females was, the thing. It's
Yeah.
hot.
Even the boobs.
Yeah, but women are attractive. I find
Yeah.
women very attractive. But when it comes to the sexual act, I'm just not
Yeah.
so much for it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, if she had a dick, that would be like the perfect
Perfect.
equation. Like,
Can I
I'd
can
be in
I ask something?
heaven.
Would this be somebody you would go into a relationship with if you found them?
Possibly.
Would there be somebody
Possibly.
maybe a relationship even marry them?
Yeah.
So
I
this
would.
is your specific preference then. Would you say, hold on, the
Hectic.
reason I'm asking is because do you think your sexual fantasy is temporary, something you would live out, or is this something you would fall in love with? Do you get what I mean? Is it something short term for you or long term for you?
I feel like that's difficult to say because I haven't
Haven't
lived it
experienced it.
yet. Yeah.
All right, okay. makes
But
sense.
I don't think I'd have any problem being in public with the lady, being married to the lady. Like, she's just another human being
Yeah,
that I
true.
love
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And funny enough, talk about transgenders. I was-
Hold on. There's a correlation. Hold on. I remember when we were doing the preview episode. It is a you don't, because remember there's a difference. Transgender is you going to hospital to change into a woman. So you basically become from a man to a woman, right? And then there are this
no,
word.
Yeah.
Hermaphrodite.
Hermaphrodite.
Yes, these are
Hermaphrodite,
people born with both sexual organs.
Yes.
So some come out with the boobs, and the
And the-
woman will come out with the
yeah.
dick and everything.
But let me correct you.
So I just want to hear Mrs.
Oh.
X if she's transgender, because transgender is male changing to female, and then the hermaphrodite is the one born with both sexual organs.
Organs, yeah.
Which one are you?
Oh, it's the latter. My mistake.
The
See, I don't even know how to define the
yes,
fantasy.
'cause
Isn't
it
that
can't be
horrible?
transgender.
But
yes.
you do get transgenders who
Yes, can do both. Yes, that
they
I
don't
get
want
you.
to remove the
Yes,
dick,
and then it's both.
Yes.
Yes, I get you.
the penis.
Yes, I get
And
you.
I have to be responsible.
Yes.
They don't want to remove the penis.
Yes.
So they want to keep. I know that there's men who are in relationship with transgenders whom actually would take them on a surgery. Like I was being educated about that whole surgery thing, and the minute they get to a part where they have to remove the penis, then the men will say, "No, leave it. I still want to feel the penis
And then you
while
would
I'm
get the
touching
boobs
the
as well.
boobs."
Oh,
You
okay.
understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why you find transgenders with
Both.
massive boobs, curves,
Oh, okay.
pure feminine,
Okay.
but they still have AK-47.
That's what you also want, Ajik?
Yes.
So it's both.
So hermaphrodite. Lina lo
Hey,
thata
little
bafethu.
tata, yo. I,
So these ones, from what I saw on the
Hermaphrodite.
net, yes, they do have a penis on top and a vagina at the
yes,
bottom.
yes.
So now here's my ultimate question: would a man, a typical Zulu man, bump into her
Hermaphrodite.
bump into him or her, and then they decide, you've got both digits? Do you think they would actually go into?
Some would.
Yeah.
Brings me back to a story of a friend of mine.
Yeah, some would.
They went to a ceremony in Gauteng.
Mhm.
After the ceremony, they went to an after party, got to an after party, bumped into this beautiful lady. Now, he's shocked, Hore. This lady is giving him the reception. Like, he's warming up to him, yada, yada. They buy drinks. Eventually, Chala time, let's go to the hotel room. On our way to the hotel room, we are kissing in the cab. Uber driver khadile tate.
Poor
Ha ba
Uber
kena ka
drivers.
ntlong ka ka hotel room when I still kissing, short dress, Mr. Ripleletsa ga lamhlanje ziyawa. Hayi, shona phansi.
He scored
I've
tonight.
got the best score. Are man wa bona gore my sister ha, she's not taking off downstairs. But sister is going down on him. She's giving him the BJ, like are bona BJ
Wa mo convince ke
Are na le monate.
ya ke itse bantle trap ena wa mo convince wa mo pompa wa mo prepare
Bla are man are I'm laying there ka ke King Solomon. Are bona ntse le he are mare ke re ke batla hore ke kene ka hare ke be ntate wane. Are ha ke tshwara ke re ka utlwa go apere G-string. Are ke re G-string down. Are ola re baby ho. You bua le ka voice baby ho. Ola re ke eng ano? Are baby ho, slow down. I hope you're not gonna get shocked with what you see. Oh, are please. Are bona ile ntweletswa ka tla se re. Oh! Ka re AK-47. Are ka itse. So I asked him, okay, now you're looking at it. Now, what do? Do you run? Do you fight? Do you? Because in most cases, you know, people are just, they don't have mind.
Yeah.
I said, they guy sheba. And you know who I'm talking about. You know yourself. I'm sorry I had to tell the story. I had to tell that story. And he's like, I sheba. And I'm like, what did you do? And he's like, hell. So did you touch it? At first I was scared. Then I touched it. And I'm recalling everything that he did, by the way. Then I touched it. When you touched it, did you squeeze it? I get up. I really get it. Mara ha mo sheba mo man. Le tswele le hantle. Like she's good. What did you guys do? No, we just went to bed. You did nothing. Nothing. We got into bed and I became that gentleman. Coco. Sister, but you could have done it. But I get you enjoyed the blowjob.
Let's finish.
Did you finish the job? No, I didn't.
Let's finish this.
Then what happened in the morning? I don't know. We were both taking a shower. You did it in the shower, Leshano. I don't know. But body language.
It tells everything. Pay
you could
attention.
see the guy went to Dubai.
And he had the time of his life.
And he's not
nothing
gay.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We really need to stop making people feel guilty about, self-pleasuring themselves and being happy about themselves and their experiences.
This story is when you masturbate, your hand is gonna get burnt.
Dude, you
don't know what you're missing out on.
You are missing out. Self-pleasure yourself is the best thing you'll ever do for your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. Other people don't know anything about your body except you.
And I'm coming to that issue here, the ladies. Ne? Have you noticed how most ladies, they love fiddling with each other?
Yeah, I heard
when
you said
did you enjoy fiddling with women?
I knew you were going to bring it to this.
How did it feel, my friend?
Amazing.
Aha!
Look, it was my first and only experience, and it is beautiful.
No, I understand.
And I understand why a woman. You know, hapap. It's about what, ne? For me, it was about my previous sexual life. Before that, I was doing it for other people.
True.
I wasn't doing it for myself. Yes, you went through with me through the soul.
Yeah.
Yes, so you know. Look, previously my sexual experiences or escapades, if you can call them that, they were for other people. They were never actually for me. That's why most of the guys that I slept with were halfway in love with me. Because I know, like a majority of all the guys I slept with are literally still in love with me till today. Because when I went into that, it was all about self-pleasuring them and not me. So it's sad because when I went into my relationship with my female, I did the same messed up mistake as well, And it's sad because that's how society basically conditions us. You get it? That's why I'm like, it's very important when you go into a relationship to be very honest with yourself and your partner, because when you go into that relationship, you form this expectation of yourself for your partner. You form this thing that you have to be a specific certain way for your partner, and that is wrong. That is
true.
really, really wrong. When you go into a relationship, you need to go in a relationship as yourself, not your fake self, not your Prince Charming, not that person you want. Go in as yourself, because at the end of the day, you end up not living out your fantasies. You end up being frustrated. You end up all sorts of damage. You get. That's why I was referencing earlier on, was that when we go into the relationships, be yourself as much as possible. That's one thing I want people to take from this episode.
How about you? I was going through the net the other day, and I was searching sex sites, what, based on the topic that we're going to be discussing. And I've noticed most women in relationships, married, and they all have fantasies about being with other women.
Yeah.
They're even going as far to say, you become my friend that we hang out with,
Yeah.
so that we get
I
to
know a
do
couple
our
of those.
shenanigans.
I know a couple of those friendships. The
Wow.
friend that I mentioned, the lady that I mentioned earlier, the
Yeah.
nose. Liana,
She has a
yes.
friendship. Most women are living out that. That is why now I would ask my partner to see him fit. So Luena, your fantasy, because I've noticed something when people are afraid to talk to their partners about their fantasies.
Yeah.
I mean, like the other time I was talking to my partner about a threesome, and I was saying, if you were to recommend a person, which person would you actually show?
In
You
our threesome.
understand? And would you have a certain preferences? And they will tell me, oh no, I have this certain preferences, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've picked up her. She will have her own preference. I have my own preference.
Yeah.
So meaning we need to find a balance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what most couple needs to have this discussion.
Yes. Yeah.
To actually say, if my woman has a thing for women, and would I be comfortable with her coming in with a skinny girl, knowing that I like thick girls?
Thick girls, yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
And you must remember, Jorge, at some point when we're discussing fantasies, we have to discuss them in a situation that she has to live out her fantasy
as well.
You have to live out your fantasy.
You know, I like how open-minded you are, but let's come back to the reality. Most men are selfish.
True, shame.
And
I'm one of
they
them.
don't want to do that because there are some men that actually pay. There are some men out there that would pay for their wife to get screwed while they watch.
I know somebody who's done
yeah, there are some guys that would literally pay someone to watch, and then they would sit in the hotel room and watch their wife.
There's
basically
plenty of them.
Getting. These are some of the conversations we as men. What does it say about that man? Because as I said, we know men are very selfish and very cagey. What does that say about those men?
It means that they actually pleasurizing themselves in terms of they love watching. There's people who actually would enjoy coming from watching instead of engaging. You understand? You also find women who would actually say, I would prefer to watch you instead of me joining.
Yeah.
So in this situation, those men, shame, I don't judge them. Now I know I would have a problem.
This is why
I wouldn't sit there and watch Ponto Pilato. No, I'm sorry.
This is why I love our unsaid conversations.
Yeah.
Because we are not here to get a conclusion.
But I wouldn't mind watching her with somebody.
Oh dear God. Well, now it's probably
A
another
she.
female.
Yeah.
Kotsi. No. Men don't have a problem with watching their wives with another woman. That one, shame. They will do, because they know that they're going to do it. You get? But I'm saying, a man would never allow his woman to basically go cheat on him or have sex with him or stuff like that. Or even consider, for example, if I'm your wife and I'm gonna come, like you said earlier, and I come with this fantasy, but the chances are I'm never gonna come to you with this fantasy because I know at some point you're gonna say no. So at the end of the day, as messed up as it is, that at the end of the day the husband tells the wife this and then it doesn't happen and then the husband goes outside. The husbands are also at fault.
True.
Let's also bring that up.
100%.
Yes, they're also at fault.
And that's what's currently happening.
Yes.
Most husbands or partners or boyfriends, let me put it that way, would go outside, and when you ask them, but why are you doing that? They'll tell you, no, it's because I respect her. She doesn't do those things. She doesn't have to go that. That's the thing. There's never been that communication.
Our assumptions in relationships are
the
very
ones that
dangerous.
are killing the relationship.
Guys, assumptions in relationships are dangerous. Beyond.
And most guys, they don't
ask.
They don't ask.
Guys, learn to ask your partner. Ask your partner. Speak to your partner.
He concludes on his own to say, no, she doesn't like this, you know. And most females, they'll actually ask themselves, oh, am I giving him the blowjob the right way? Am I? Because I always tell people, communicate. Nashim, now tell my partner to say, Wabana, the way you did it the last time, tweak it up a bit.
Some guys don't do that.
Exactly. You need to learn to read a female's body. I mean, like, you'd find women that have never experienced.
Not everybody can read a female's body.
I know. Thank God I can.
Not everybody can, eh?
You find females that have never actually experienced squirting. They know an orgasm, but they don't know how to squid.
Yeah.
They confuse squirting with pee.
Peeing, yes, very true.
And kanako e obomotshwara man obomotobetsa ontsumo wa bona.
And most of the time when you're trying to
Only
figure
John
it out,
Legend.
don't forget, most of the time as well, some women, don't forget, for a woman to actually orgasm and come fully into themselves, their mind also needs to be engaged.
True.
So they're going to forget at some point because they confuse when you're touching them that, oh, is this nice or do I need to pee?
True.
And you're like, ooh, do I need to pee? And then
That's
like,
why my favorite I'm gonna give you a tip. When she says to you, you came too early, say to her, you came too late. So you must find a balance. Because women take long to
yes,
come.
they do.
Some women, but the minute you master her,
Yeah. That's why I'm like, with women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what? Because the whole topic today is sexual fantasies.
And it's all up in the mind.
Up here.
So, it will make, you know what I love about white people? Not all of them, but some of them.
The ones you engage with.
Yeah, I've got crazy friends, white people. Hi,
Adventurous.
yo, hi, my daughter. Hi. Some of us black people, we can't do other things.
Like some of them.
Yo.
That's how we actually developed this topic, because
Ha.
we've seen the crazy things
Ha.
that they do, and we're like, yeah, we're like, no way.
But what I love about them is that they're quite open to each other.
Yeah.
And they're
They
quite
speak.
comfortable.
Yeah.
They lay their stuff on the table.
Nothing is taboo.
Nothing is taboo. Rona.
Yo.
O tlwaetse ntho eo.
Yo.
O kila bona ka mosadi a shebeletse morao.
Guys, yo, we have a long way to go. Yo.
There's nothing wrong, Mrs. X, with having a fantasy about a pastor wearing a cloak and being naked in there, and then you being under the altar and doing your lollipop, lollipop, lollipop. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? I mean, like, there's people who've had fantasies of putting the movie while under a full moon. I've done it. It's the
Shabana
most
ka bona
fantastic
ke
thing
na ka
on this
bona
planet.
bonnet ka training. It was Cindy, what is it, a Cindy Crawford movie. And yes, how much it is ka training, and the train is moving. Shoo, 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 shoo. And this woman is just and she's gorgeous as well. So I should go watch that movie. The movies I'm gonna watch today just to arouse my sexual fantasies. But anyway, guys, I don't know. Are we wrapping it up? I think we're gonna wrap
We'll
it up.
have a part 2.
We'll definitely have a part 2. Don't forget to comment in our comment
Yeah.
section. Don't forget to subscribe to the UnSaid SA on YouTube. Send us your email send us your emails as well. You can be
Stories.
anonymous.
Wanna hear those stories.
Tell us your stories. It's the UnSaid SA@gmail.com. Also leave the links in the description. So please join us. Come through, chat, send us your messages. Let's hear your stories, because as I said, the UnSaid is about telling stories. These are conversations, literally, no exposing anyone. And this is about you also relieving your stress, because sometimes you have something inside and nobody wants to hear you or it. We're here for that as well. Take it out. We will consult it. We will talk about it. We will dissect it.
They're gonna love the second
Yeah.
season when we have everybody in a room
And the
and
guests.
we have part
And
2
round
of this
tables.
one. Yeah.
We have some crazy plans for our podcast. So keep it locked right here, and don't forget to subscribe. That's the UnSaid. A wrap up the first.
It's a wrap. It's our first episode. Thank you very much.
High five, bestie. Yes.
So, like I'm gonna say to you guys, tune in. The next topic is gonna be yeah. Kuzonyiwa la. I was kissing, but I had to say it. So, without wasting any time, thank you. I'm your host, Tebogo,
And I'm your host, Laila.
and we are out.
Bye.